Beginning. The meeting. The neon lights of Station 12 glowed against the black canvas of space, casting long, shifting colors across the glass panels of Docking Bay 6. Captain Elias Rowan stood at the viewport, adjusting his collar, trying to calm the nerves he hadn't felt in years. It wasn't a diplomatic meeting, or a cargo exchange, or even a negotiation with pirates, it was a blind date. He sighed. I fought in the Orion conflict. I've flown through superstorms on Titan. But now I'm terrified of dinner. Behind him, the automatic doors hissed open. A quiet, melodic voice spoke. You're Captain Rowan? Elias turned and froze. The woman standing before him wasn't human. She was Virellian, one of the rare, bioluminescent species from the Andron belt. Her skin shimmered faintly like frost under moonlight, her silver hair cascading like liquid metal, and her eyes, deep, glowing amethyst pools that seemed to read everything about him in an instant. I'm Kayla Ryan, she said softly, almost shyly. Dr. Nema said you might enjoy company that doesn't shoot at you. Elias chuckled, scratching the back of his neck. Yeah, that sounds like Nema. My old medic still thinks I need to open up to life. Kayla tilted her head. Do humans always talk about war on first meetings? Only when they're bad at dates, he admitted. She smiled, the first crack of warmth breaking her graceful calm. They left the dock together, heading toward the luminous garden, a quiet restaurant overlooking the asteroid fields. Middle. The unspoken connection. Dinner was awkward at first. Elias talked too much. Kayla said too little. But slowly, laughter replaced hesitation. They discussed cultures, stars, strange foods, and their shared distaste for the Federation's endless politics. At one point, Kayla leaned forward. Humans, you all feel emotions so loudly. It's like standing in a storm and trying to listen to one voice. I envy it sometimes. Elias raised an eyebrow. Envy? I thought your species could sense emotions. We can, she said, voice softening. But sensing isn't the same as feeling. My kind learns to mute emotion to protect our minds from each other. When I'm near humans, it's like being near a sun. Bright. Warm. Terrifying. He smiled gently. So I'm terrifying? Kayla looked at him, then really looked, and her eyes flickered faintly. You remind me of something I lost, she whispered. But before he could ask, her communicator beeped. Her expression turned tense. I need to go, she said abruptly, rising from the table. Wait, Elias said, confused. Did I say something? No. You didn't, she said. That's the problem. She left before he could reply. Middle part 2, the child's memory. 2 weeks passed. Elias tried to forget her. He couldn't. Something about her haunted him, that look, that tone, that unfinished sentence. Then one morning, a small voice called from his quarters. Daddy? Elias looked up. His daughter, Lyra, stood in the doorway holding her favorite star plushie. 7 years old, wide-eyed, and always curious. Morning, sweetheart. You're up early. I had a dream, she said seriously. About the shiny lady from your ship. Elias froze. What shiny lady? The one from the stars. She used to visit me when I was little. Before we came here. He frowned. You mean your mother? Lyra shook her head. No. She wasn't human. She had eyes like purple suns. And she used to hum to me. Elias knelt. Lyra, you've never met anyone like that. Maybe you dreamed it. But she shook her head again, frowning. She said she'd come back when the lights of Andron shone again. And they are. Look. She pointed to the viewport where the Andron belt glimmered in rare alignment, casting purple streaks across the station. The same color as Kayla's eyes. Elias's heart pounded. Coincidence, he told himself. It had to be. Still, he checked the docking logs. And there in Docking Basics was a new ship under encrypted registration. Its name, Ryn Shadow. Middle Part 3, The Return. Elias found her again alone in the ship's observation bay, staring out at the stars. Running again, he asked quietly. Kayla turned, startled, then sighed. I didn't think you'd come. I didn't think you'd leave so suddenly, he said. But you did. So maybe we both misjudged each other. Her gaze fell to the floor. I shouldn't have come back. The Andron alignment makes it harder for my kind to hide. Easier for the Virellian Council to find us. Hide. From your own people. Kayla hesitated. I wasn't supposed to love a human. Elias blinked. Love. She looked up then, eyes glimmering. Years ago. During the conflict on Delta 6. I was stationed as a healer for the Federation. One of your soldiers was dying, his ship broken, his crew lost. I saved him. But the cost, she swallowed. It broke the boundary between our minds. For a moment, I felt everything, his grief, his courage, his love for a daughter he hadn't even met yet. Elias felt his breath catch. Delta 6, that soldier. Yes, she whispered. You. Memories flashed the explosion, the white light, the sensation of warmth when everything else had gone dark. He remembered someone, a voice in the void. Don't die yet, human. Not until you see her. Elias stared at her, his pulse racing. That was you. Kayla nodded, eyes bright with unshed tears. When I touched your mind, something changed in me. I couldn't return to my people. They would have erased the connection. So I hid. Until now. He stepped closer, lowering his voice. Kayla, my daughter. I know, she said quietly. Lyra feels what I feel. I linked with her before she was even born. That's why she dreams of me. Elias froze. You mean? Kayla looked away, trembling. She's part Virellian. Middle Part 4, The Truth. The air between them grew heavy. Elias couldn't find words. She's my child too, he finally whispered. Kayla shook her head. Not by blood, but by bond. When you were dying, I anchored a fragment of my essence, my light, into you. It kept you alive. When your daughter was conceived, that essence passed into her. That's why she remembers me. She carries my resonance. Elias sat, overwhelmed. So that's why she called you the shiny lady dot. Kayla smiled faintly. Children sense truth easier than adults. He chuckled weakly. You always did know how to shake my world. Then, alarms blared through the ship. Red light washed the corridor. Kayla's expression hardened. They found me. Who? Elias demanded. The Virellian Council guard. They want to reclaim what I took, my freedom. And Lyra's resonance. Elias's eyes widened. They can't take her. Kayla's glow intensified. They will if we stay. But if I run, they'll chase forever. He grabbed her wrist. Then we fight. Kayla looked at his hand, warm, human, determined. You'd fight an empire for me. He smiled. You kept me alive once. Time to return the favor. Climax, the battle for light. The Council Guard's ships descended on Station 12 like silver comets. Their beams pierced shields, locking onto Kayla's vessel. Elias and Kayla raced through the corridors, Lyra clinging to her father's side. Stay behind me, Elias ordered. Kayla's hands glowed brighter. No. This time, let me protect you. She pressed her palms to the air, and the walls rippled, shimmering like water. The guard burst through, weapons raised, their armor reflecting violet light. Kayla Ryn of House Virel, one hissed. You broke sacred law. Return the stolen essence or perish. Kayla stood tall. I broke no law that mattered. I gave life. Elias raised his blaster.